Yeah. Good evening, all. So before I start, can anyone please confirm whether my voice is clear, whether the screen is visible or not, right? Yes.
Yes, Vijay, your voice is clear and screen is visible.
Yes. So in this session, just I was briefing you about, right, why Python, who can learn Python, how it was built, Python real-time applications, right? So Python is a general purpose programming. There is any kind of application we can develop, right? Right. Like automation applications, web applications, animation applications, gaming applications, embedded applications, networking applications, right? So it's a multi-programming. It has got multi-programming features. It is going to combine all the features of multiple programming languages like procedural oriented, object oriented, scripting, and modular programming. It's a high level language. It's easily understandable, looks like normal English statements, right? It's platform independent, right? Can run on all the hardware and all the operating system. Interpreted language, line by line execution, which makes debugging easy, right? User-friendly programming or programmer-friendly programming, which provides simple syntaxes, right? Which looks like normal English statements. Right. So there are two types of languages, as I said, right? Low level and high level. Low level languages are not human understandable. They are not portable and they are machine dependent. They cannot run on all the hardware and all the operating systems. But Python is human understandable, it's portable and machine independent, can run on all the hardware and all the operating system. So Python has got object-oriented programming features, procedural-oriented programming features, scripting features, right? Scripting features and modular programming features, right? So just like C or C++ or Java, like modular 3, right? We can develop many different types of applications using Python. That's why we call Python as a hybrid language. And Python has got great boom today because of this modules. 89,300 inbuilt modules Python has got for different domains, right? Yes. So it has got separate modules for data science, for big data, separate modules for networking, for testing, for operating system, for every database, a module it has got. For every file format, it is providing a module. For mathematical operations, for statistics, and for generating graphs, right? Python has got separate modules. And what kind of applications we can develop today by using Python? Python mostly used in developing web applications, like using framework like Django, right? It's a rapid speed. You can develop a web application. Automation applications using technologies like data science, IoT. In technologies like data science, IoT, right? DevOps, where a total implementation goes in Python within this data science, IoT, and DevOps. So Python is one of the best scripting language with vast varieties of libraries, right? Yes. Big data, even big data like Spark with Python, we say PySpark, right? Total implementation goes in Python. For GUI animations, we have got like TK intermodule, PyQt modules. For game development, Python has got frameworks like Pygame, PyCora, and for 3D games like PySoy, right? For scheduling tasks, we have got Airflow. For testing, for software development, right? Python is preferred. And for database applications, Python can connect with any database, right? Using separate modules it has got. Network applications, it has got a separate framework like Twisted Python. For web scraping, right? We have got separate models like URL, BS4 modules are available, right? For embedded applications, Raspberry Pi is the famous embedded application. CAD applications, for 3D CAD applications, audio and video applications we can create. for computer vision, for color detection, face detection, and object detection, right? Data analysis, and for robotics. And who are using Python today? Like topmost applications built using Python. Google using Python, Yahoo using Python, Google using Python for its web search systems. Google is one of the best example of Python web applications, right? YouTube for video sharing service. Instagram is built using Python. Quora, Reddit, Pinterest, all these are built using Python. Uber pricing algorithm is implemented using Python. MMOJ, massively multiplayer online games. Massively multiplayer online games, right? Yes. Powerful 3D animation, which uses Python scripting. iRobot for military and commercial applications. Hardware testing. Companies like IBM, Seagate, Qualcomm, all this, they use Python for hardware testing, right? And reasons which makes Python super popular, right? Very less coding we see in Python. Not even 1/4 coding as compared with other programmings. Simple syntaxes. Interactive mode given by Python, interactive mode, right? Yes. Multi-programming features, hybrid features we see, right? And wide varieties of applications, Many built-in libraries, 89,300 inbuilt models Python has got for different domains, right? Yes. Okay. Okay. Now, today I discussed like Python comparison with other programming. People from non-programming or zero programming can just go through the Python code, right? The Python statements, how they look. Just I'll be showing today's total session. I'll be briefing about this Python coding statements and these modules, generating graphs. Python comparison with other programming, right? Comparison with other programming. So I'll take a task. I'll try to implement the task in multiple programming languages. Task is a small task, accepting two values, accepting two values from the user keyboard. And performing addition. Accepting two values from the user keyboard and performing addition, right? Yes. Yes. So first I'll write this using Java. Later I'll show you in Python, right? How simple and very less code you see in Python. Using Java. Import java.io.star. Class sample. Public static void main, right? Yes. String box. Throws IO exception, right? Yes. Public static void main string box throws IO exception, right? Input stream reader. New input stream reader. input stream reader equal to new input stream reader of system.in. Buffered reader br equal to new buffered reader ISR, right? Input stream reader buffer reader equal to new buffer reader of IS. System.out.println. Enter the first number. Yeah, can you combine Python and PySpark? Spark is an execution model, Python is a language. Combinedly, we call it as PySpark, right? Python is an okay. Python Spark is implemented by using Python language. Spark is the execution model. We are coding with Python. Say like PySpark. So system.out.println, enter the first number, whatever number you are entering by default taken as string. br.readline, right? Yes. Every statement ends with semicolon, right? Whatever string is read, right? String is one. Convert to integer, int I equal to integer dot parse int. Integer dot parse int of S1, right? Yes. Now copy these three numbers. Copy these three lines for the second number. Enter the second number, right? String S2 equal to br.readline. Integer equal to integer dot parse int of S2. That's it. Finally say system.out.println I plus j. System.out.println I plus j. Close this, right? Yes. So this is what the coding in Java, right? Yes, this is what the coding in Java. For the same task, I'll show you the code in Python, right? With very less lines. First, I'll show you the execution in both Java and Python, right? You can just compare it. How simple this Python statements as compared with these other programming languages. Right, save it. So I'll create a separate folder, Python 7 p.m. batch, right? 7 p.m. batch. Okay. Sample.java. I'm saving it as sample.java. Okay. So I'll just go to this command prompt, right? And just cd slash come out of this path. Python 7 p.m. Python 7 p.m. batch, right? Sorry. Within that Java C sample.java. So if any errors, will display the errors. If there are no errors, we can run the code. There are no errors, right? We can say like Java sample, enter the first number 10, enter the second number 20. Sum is what? 30. So you can see very less coding. But in Python, you can just observe very less coding, I mean, right? But here, I don't know like how many of you understood this code, right? Java. So every statement, you can see one complex word. Like what do you mean by class? What is public, static, void, main, string, IO exception? What is input stream reader? What is buffered reader? What is read line? What is integer dot parseInt? So even we can solve this by using scanner classes, right? So it looks still complex to understand this Java code, right? Without any knowledge of Java. But without any knowledge on Python, you can understand that Python statements look like normal English statements, right? So for the same task, For the same task, I'll try to code using Python with not more than 3 lines. Here we see 10 to 12 lines, right? So that in Python, I won't exceed more than 3 lines. Okay. I'll open this Python shell, right? By this Python shell, Python 3.11 is the version. File, new file, right? I want to add two numbers. I want x and y. Yes, x and y values I want. So through input function, I need to input the value for x. Enter value of x. Through input function, you are inputting value for x. Y equal to input enter value of y. Enter value of x, input enter value of y. Print x plus y. That's it. This is the code in Python, right? But the same thing what we have seen in Java, this is the coding in Python. Everyone can understand this code, right? In first line, you are inputting the value for x. In second line, you are inputting the value for y. In third line, you are saying x plus y. That's it. Looks like normal English statements. Okay. But in Python also, just like Java, whatever you're accepting from the keyboard taken as a string, we are supposed to convert to int. Whatever you are entering through input function taken as string only. Whether you are entering integer, whether you enter float, whatever you enter, they'll be taken as string. Later we are typecasting, converting to integer type. We are typecasting to integer type. So this is what the coding in Python. You see, very simple, right? Save it. The any name test1.py, any name with .py extension, right? Yes, save it. Here run module. Enter value of x 10, enter value of y 20, sum is 30. That's it. So if you want to see one more example, right? A small example of Python. If you take some values, random values, right? I'm taking some values 30, 20, 40, 50, 10. I've taken some values, list of values. Ten, 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay. Now, for example, print x means prints the entire list. Print. I want to know the number of elements means length. Len of x means number of elements within the list. Here only 5 elements. Think that if you got some hundreds of elements, len of x gives the number of elements within that list. I want to find the max element. No need to write any code, right? Just say max of x. If I want to find the minimum element within this list, min of x returns the minimum value, right? Okay, just observe this output before this. Why? Max of x is 50, min of x is 10. Max of x is 50, min of x is 10. Okay. Print the sum of x. Sum of all the elements, right? Max of x is 50, min of x is 10. Sum of all these elements. Okay. In the same way, if I want to arrange all the elements in a particular order, sorted of x, that's it. Ascending order. It arranges all the elements of x in ascending order. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Yes, arranging all. If I want in descending order, if I want the elements in descending order, you go with the same, right? Print sorted of x. Reverse equal to true. Sorted of x, reverse equal to true. Means sorted of x means in ascending. The ascending, if you reverse it, you will get in descending, right? Yes. You will get in ascending. If you reverse, right, you will get in descending order. Yes. So in this way, right, you can just, if you want to add a new element, right, x dot append, right, append of 60, new element, x dot, okay, print x, prints the text value. If you want to remove, x dot remove. See, simple syntax is given by Python. Remove 40. Now say print x removes 40. Run module. So 60 got added and here 40 got removed from the last one.
Hello, sir.
Yes, yes,
Yeah, here I have one question, sir.
yes.
You said that you remove based on that ID values also, no, sir. If I kept 40, if I have a duplicates, it will also remove the duplicates also, sir.
First occurred 40 will be removed.
Okay, it's not going to delete the next occurrence of that.
All if there are 340s available, all the 340s won't be removed. The 40
Okay.
which is occurred first will be removed.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
So in the same way, I was just saying that Python has got great boom today because of these modules. Thousands of modules it is providing. We don't need to write codes, right? We have got many inbuilt functions. Okay. Now, modules, the importance of modules in Python, 89,300 inbuilt modules. Python has got, right? Yes. Okay. I'll just show you an example of a commonly used model like math, import math. All mathematical related functionalities, just import into your program code. Import math. First, let me check what is the print directory of math, dir of math. Dir of math means it shows all the properties present. Okay. Power, product, radiance, reminder, sign, signage, square root, tan h, tau, all this, right? Yes. So all these are the properties of math module, right? For example, there is a variable like pi, there is a variable like e, there's a variable like pi, there's a variable like e. If you want to print them, just observe the statements of Python, observe the coding of Python, and just see the syntax of Python and modules of Python. Print. Within the math module, there is a variable like pi. Print math dot print math dot e, math dot pi, math dot e prints that values, pi value and e value. Pi value is 3.14, e value is 2.71. For example, you don't know how to use the functionality. For example, there is square root here. There is square root. You don't know how to work with square root. How to work with square root, right? Yes. So Python is going to help you with the syntax. Python is going to help you with the syntax, right? There is just like print function. We have got help function, right? Help on math dot sqrt. I want help on math dot sqrt, right? Run module. Help on built-in function square root in the module math. Square root expecting a value x returns the square root of x. Square root of x, use the square root, right? Returns the square root of x. So just provide one value x, it is saying it gives the square root of that x. So print within the math module sqrt, I need to provide one value, right? 16 I'm providing. Math dot square root of 16. Square root of 16 is 4. The same way, if it doesn't know about any particular other functionality, like there is a POW function, I don't know how to use it or how to work with it. So there is a help function in Python going to help you with the syntaxes. Math dot power of math.power, that's it. Math.power, right? Run module, right? It shows help of math.power. Power of x comma y, right? Returns x to the power of y. X comma y gives x to the power of y. X to the power of y, right? So we need to provide two values here, x comma y, returns x to the power of y. So here I'll provide two values, right? Now print math dot pow of x comma y 10 comma 3, 10 to the power of 3, right? It's 1000. Ten to the power of 3 is what? 1000. Okay, in this way you can work with any module in this way, right? If you want, you can get the help using help function, you can get the help and work on this, right? And even I was saying like generating graphs in Python also, it's very simple and easy. Just I'll show you some couple of examples, right? Generating graphs in Python, right? Even do you see any complex word in this program, right? Do you see any complex word or statement? Easily understandable, right? So import for plottings, right? matplotlib. Import matplotlib. Within that we have got a built-in property pyplot as alias name shortcut of plt, right? Yes. This is the okay. This is that module, right? Matplotlib.pyplot as plt. Plt is what? Alias name or shortcut name. If you want every time writing this name, right? So shortcut name p, you can say plt, you can say any name, right? plt.plot. plt.plot. Okay. X coordinate values 1, 2, 3. Y, okay. Y coordinate values. Y coordinate values like 5, 7. So these are 3 X coordinate values, 3 Y coordinate values on this plot a graph, right? Plt dot show. That's it. Generating a graph for X and run module. Check it. A graph is generated in this way, right? Yes. See 1, 5, 2, 7, 3, 6.
Hi Vijay.
Yes.
If suppose while we are giving that matplotlib.pyl plot, in that case, when you are giving a module name while typing, if you do a mistake, so while we are without knowing if we run that module, how can we find the debug over there?
So here, for example, py, y is missing. So there is a typo there. Now check it. Run module. So it is giving a module not found error, you will say. There is no module with the name matplotlib.pplot. Pyplot is there, right? It just gives here module not found error. Or if you make any syntactical errors, right? If this bracket is not closed, here immediately it shows that error mark here in that line. Syntactical errors, runtime errors. There are two types of errors. So runtime, this is syntactically correct, but during runtime, that particular model is not found, right? It gives runtime error. This is syntactically, you did a mistake. For syntax errors, the program won't execute. For runtime errors, The program executes, but that particular line where that error occurred, that won't execute. Okay. So for example, I'll take one small task, right? Yes, just age and income, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, 60 years. The salaries are like this. For 30 years, 30,000. For 40 years, 40,000. For 50 years, 35,000. For 60, it is 50,000. Plot a graph for this. Run model, plot a graph. So here p plot py, right? Yes. Py plot. Observe this graph, right? For 30, 30,000. For 40, 40,000. For 50, 35. For 60, 50,000, right? If you want x coordinate, I want some label. For y coordinate, I want some label. For the title, I want some title for this graph, right? So very simple. So here plt is that, right? Shortcut name. Dot x label means x-axis label. X-axis label is what? Age. Age and income. Age and income, right? X label is age, Y label is income. Run module, right? Yes. So you can see age as x coordinate, income as y coordinate, right? And if you want some title for the graph also, you can just set some title for it. So this is very simple, right? Do you see any complex words here? No, right? Plt dot title. Sample graph run module, right? Yes. Okay. 30, 30,000, 40, 40,000, 50, 35, 60. And can you see the title as sample graph, x-axis is age, y-axis is income, right? Yes. So in this way, instead of plot, if we give BAR, bar graph will be generated. If I give HIST here, a histogram, if we say here PIE, pie graph, scatter, if I use scatter plots, you'll be getting, right? Yes. So we have got many built-in functions for it. We don't need to write any codings there. Okay. Now plot plt dot plot, right? Yes. Plt dot bar or pie. A simple graph, a pie graph I'll show you, right? So just 3 lines code, right? Import matplotlib. Within that, we have got a built-in property pyplot. This is very big. That's why I use alias name or shortcut name as PLT, right? Yes. Sales, for example, mobile sales are like this. I want a pie graph to be generated. Mobile sales are like this. First, see this mobiles, you say. Mobiles are like this. Which mobiles? Samsung, Oppo, Vivo, Samsung, Oppo, Vivo, OnePlus. These are mobiles. Sales underscore May month. The May month sales are like this. For Samsung, 45. For Oppo, 10. Vivo, 15. And this OnePlus has 30. PLT dot pi. For sales underscore May. Sales underscore May, right? Labels equal to PLT dot pi, a pie graph sales underscore May, labels equal to mobiles, right? Yes. That's it. PLT dot show. Looks like normal English statements, right? They look very simple and easy. Run module. Okay, fine. You got a pie graph, right? So which has got more sales means Samsung. Next, which has got the next more sales is OnePlus. Next Vivo, next Oppo, right? Yes, in this way we got the sales. So in this way, it looks very simple, right? I was just showing you that how this codings look very simple, no complex words here, right? Like other programming, yes. So from tomorrow, we are going to start with the technicals, right? Tomorrow, like going with the first installation before I go, like Python software foundation, Python versions, Python installations, Python execution modes, all this, right? Yes, tomorrow I'll be discussing it, right? Tomorrow we'll start with this technical parts. Any queries you got as part of?
Vijay, one. This is myself is also Vijay name. Okay, so if suppose if he doesn't remember any of an module name, so how could you find those modules? Because there are a huge number of modules, right?
So for example, nobody will know all the modules, right? And that
Yes.
too, you are from what domain? The domain specific models you will be exploring.
Yes.
For example, for data science, we have got nearly some 10 modules. Only those 10 modules you will explore. You are no way concerned with other modules. For databases also, only the specific models you will explore. Means if there are thousands of models, but it doesn't mean that you need to see all those. As per for your domain, for your environment, what models are required, those models you will take. And that you can just check any models, right?
Okay.
How to explore those models, how to get the help I was saying you, right? And I was just showing you how this Python code looks as compared with other programmings. Okay, so tomorrow I'll be just going with the installation, Python software foundation, versions, execution modes, right? Fine. So tomorrow also you can follow the same link, same time at 7 p.m. to see more on this Python, right? Yes. So if I'm done with your queries, if there are no other queries, I'll sign off for now. Meet you tomorrow, same time, using the same link, right? Thank you all for your time. Thank you. Meet you tomorrow. Bye.